Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It has been a while. I feel all new at this again. It is January 4th. I think the last time I had made a podcast, it was November 9th, so almost 2 months. I got back as soon as I could. I was the lucky individual who managed to get COVID twice within 4 weeks. And it took me a little while to get over that and back on track. But I did. I am. But there's a plus. I don't really advertise it. I was a smoker. And I was so sick. Not only did I quit smoking because I couldn't breathe. So I quit smoking, and I was too sick to munch on junk food. So there was like no weight gain, and I quit smoking, and it's been since Thanksgiving since I've had a cigarette. So I'm doing good. There's my New Year's resolution. Unintended, but it was a bonus. Having to go through all that, that alone was worth it. 20 years of trying to quit smoking and being very unsuccessful. So I'm just going to try to keep with it. Shouldn't be a problem. I really don't want one anymore, so shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, back on track. My name is Michelle, and you can find me on Instagram under Independent Fiber Farmer, or on YouTube under Independent Fiber Farmer, on Facebook under MJR's Equine Fiber Farm. And this is a crafty podcast, crafty everything. Painting, sewing, embroidery, quilting, knitting, crocheting, paper mache. I just love all crafts. But let's get right into it. I am going to have to make a couple videos because I got a lot. I was able to do some things over the last 2 months in between the COVID. So I did get quite a bit finished. Starting with, here's the Granny Square sweater. It is very comfortable. I mean, it doesn't restrict your movement at all. The neckline doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't. It's not tight. It's good. I did give it a really thick band. I was going for baggy and loose so I could move around outside and work. I'm a little shorter than I thought. Maybe like a little bit smaller of a square next time. And then I do like the size of the band. But there you go. This is all acrylic, so I can just throw it in the washer and dryer and be done with it. But yeah, I love the contrast between the orange and the blue. I don't really have a pattern for this. I've been crocheting for a while, so I just make it up as I go along, and if it doesn't look right, I just rip it back out and start over. Great thing about crocheting is that you can do that really easily. So, yeah, I do believe I will be making some more of these. Maybe not in this bold of a color. You won't miss me on the farm. You will find me. So, another thing I did get done, my Cabin Fever 4x4 ribbed tank. Like I said, I thought I had a DK yarn. It's not. This is really thick. Now I made, no, that's the front. And then that's the back. It's a little bit lower. Why did I do that? I don't know why I did that. It is thick. It is very thick. I'm going to be getting up and sitting down a lot today. It is very thick. So, yeah, you won't wear this during winter or during summer. And if this is too floppy here in the front, I'll probably take a few stitches in to secure that more. But very nice. It's a cream colored tweedy, but it doesn't lay right because it's so thick. Uh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm using it. I will wear this. I think if it was a thinner yarn, like a true DK or even a sock weight, that this would lay better. Like move with you. It's just so stiff. See, it's just so stiff. And it's been blocked, so. But no, it's done. And that is a 4x4 rib tank in the round, number 505 by Cabin Fever. Wasn't that hard? I did mess up a little bit on the straps though. I didn't go high enough on the first one, so I pieced it together. But it's just for me. I'm not gonna mind. But on the next one, I probably will do the straps a little bit differently. Okay, so that's done. Yeah. I know. When you quit smoking, you do have a lot more energy. And I feel so much better. Maybe just because I'm coming off of 4 weeks worth of COVID. And we're talking sick. I was sick. So I don't think I ate for 3 days. I was bad. I didn't care what was going on around me, you know. So, whew, I think when I started feeling better, I just jumped right back into it, you know. This is 284 yards of merino and Shetland. Okay, now this is a little bit paler of a yellow. Then the last one, because I only had a little bit, but I made sure I split up enough to where I have another 2 bats down there to make another 2-ply hank. So loosen that up a little bit. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try to, can you see the yellow? If I stand over here and block some of this light. Don't look at my messy craft room. I said I'd been sick, and craft rooms are supposed to be messy. They're supposed to be messy. So, yep, that will go with my yellow Shetland that I done. Now this one, I'm still going to have to wash it again. It's a bit, I can still feel the lanolin. I do like lanolin in my 2-ply. I'm going to call this sock weight. But not that much. You know, I mean, I don't want to see it or feel it, you know. So I'm just going to put this over here, and I will wind that back up in a minute. But that is 284 yards of merino and Shetland to add to my wool stash. I do have quite the bit of wool stash, and I am thinking what my next project's going to be. Sweet Pea. She's chewing on my spinning wheel. Sweet Pea, I can see you, baby. I think I will have to do an episode on my wool stash and my upcoming wool bats I'm spinning this coming year. I am waiting for the sun to come out so I can go down to the shop, my workshop, and maybe a little bit warmer in there. Just trying to conserve some of the wood pellets. We have a gravity-fed wood pellet stove in there, and if I don't have to use it, I'd rather not. So I still have bats. I can just go down there and get real quick and come right back up. I made sure I made plenty for summertime. So I'm hoping I have enough to carry me through till spring again, and then I can make up some more. Because I have some gray down there. I need gray. I don't have enough gray, so. Plans. also, now I did post a picture of this on Instagram, and that was right in the middle of my COVID thing. I was feeling so crappy, and I was trying to fake it a lot. Fake it till you make it. I didn't want to ruin the holidays completely for my family. I was sick pretty much the day after Thanksgiving till about maybe 5 days ago. The last little bit was like a sinus thing. I was trying to make it fun for my daughter, and it just, I was so not a very good picture of this on Instagram, and I'm just kind of, I threw one of my loungy white shirts on under it so you could see the contrast. It wasn't very flattering. This, though, is not that boxy. There is some shaping to it. Oh, do you see her? Look. Do you see her? There's Sweet Pea trying to steal my projects. All right, so we have all those granny squares I made. Oh, you can see the color better. The mauve and the black and the pink. I don't know if you can pick up on the sparklies. Let me see if I can. Can you? I don't know if you can see the sparklies or not, but they're sparkly in the white, gold sparklies in the white. But again, this moves so you don't mind wearing this at all. And because it is kind of a little stiffer, you can stand up, sit down, bend over. It doesn't stay up. It will go back down on its own to a point. But, my little 70s flower child's coming out in me. But I love it. Very versatile. I like very useful upcycled things. And I wasn't going to do anything with these pinks. There wasn't enough to do anything with. So the fact that I created a vest out of a few little balls of yarn, I didn't waste anything. So I feel so much better. I hate wasting, especially yarn. Who does that? Not in this house. Sweet Pea. Yes, we got a kitten. My main kitty, Miss Kitty. I know, not very creative. Miss Kitty's been a wonderful family pet. Never scratched any of the children. Excellent mouser. In fact, she'll bring you 2 or 3 a day to show you. She even caught a squirrel one time. But she's going to be 14 this year. Yeah, she's going to be 14 this year. So she is more interested in holding down the couch or the end table than than going out, especially when it's rainy or cold outside. She's more interested in staying in. It's not a problem. She's earned the right. She doesn't hurt anybody. She goes to the door when she has to go out. We don't make her. We have a litter box because of the little Sweet Pea. And I hate to keep calling her the replacement because no one can replace Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is Miss Kitty. But I need a mouser. We live in the country. I need a mouser and someone to hold and snuggle. Someone to sit next to me when I'm knitting and crocheting at night, watching TV. So Miss Kitty has quite a few years left in her. Like I said, she's going to be 14, no health issues whatsoever, completely healthy and very agile, just getting a little bit lazy. But I don't see why I couldn't have another 2 or 3 years with her. So by then, this one will be a full grown adult and will know the rules of the house. We don't eat mommy's house plants, and it's not okay to hang off the curtains. You know, she's learning. Right now, she's running around. I have string tied to every doorknob, um, every shelf, because I'm trying to give her something to play with other than my curtains. As soon as she's fixed, we have her strictly inside. She is not allowed to go outside. She's 3.5 months old, but she's not allowed to go outside until we get her spayed. I don't think it's responsible for people just to put their cats outside, not spay them. Don't ridicule me for my opinion. Cats can reproduce really fast. So I don't need any more kittens, and if I do, I know the ASPCA and many people have kittens all over. I can find one. So I don't want her to have any kittens to bring back. I happen to know there's some tomcats that frequent my barn. We've seen them, so Sweet Pea will be inside until the vet can squeeze her in when she's 6 months old to get spayed and checked out. Make sure she's healthy enough to go outside and play around. But her name's Sweet Pea, by the way. Although she comes to baby. I don't think it really matters with cats. They just, come when they want to come. But she is a sweetheart. Very affectionate kitty. But, what do we have here? Ooh, I remember I said I found this in a bag, and I don't know why I had stopped, because I had half a sleeve. So I only had like one and a half sleeves to finish, and then it was done. And oof, I know this was Pure and Simple raglan. It's a unisex raglan pattern made by Pure and Simple, for unisex. So I've made this pattern for me, and I have now made it for my husband. And this is I was off on it. This is 50% merino wool, 50% viscose, and I went with that because I thought it would give him a little bit more warmth, but he's really hard on his stuff. He like yanks it on, and tugs on it, and I was like, it's a hand-knit sweater. Don't do that, but he does. So I thought this would take more of his wear and tear. But it's one solid color, and I did tell him that probably won't ever happen again. He's getting a stripe, polka dots, chevron, anything. But, so see, it's not airproof, but it is very warm. Yes, there are a ton of mistakes on this. I don't know how many times I picked it up, fell asleep while knitting on it because I wasn't feeling well. But I did get it done. It's just your basic raglan in a tan khaki color, but he won one in this color. Now it looks short. When I got done before I blocked it, I panicked. I so panicked because I thought, I hope I don't offend nobody. I thought, oh my gosh, I made that for a plump, short person. My husband is a very thin man, very high metabolism. He just doesn't gain a thing. He makes me sick. Just kidding. But I thought, good gosh. And it still looks a little big. So before I finished with the second sleeve, because there was still time to make the sleeves my length, and I could just wear baggy with a pair of leggings or something, but I made him try it on. It is deceiving. Optical illusion. It fits him just right. It looks way bigger, maybe because it's flat, but it does fit them. I was surprised. Isn't that awful? We don't have faith in our own knitting. I was surprised. I found the pattern for a large, and it fit him. So now that I've shown it, he can actually wear it. Ooh. And I finished this. This is a wool and alpaca winter bucket hat. I'd seen one on Pinterest, and I thought, well, I really like that. You know, sometimes you just don't want a beanie. You want something a little dressier. You don't want to get all dressed up and then squish your head into the beanie, go out to eat, and then have to fix your hair in the bathroom the first 5 minutes you're there. But this is a little dressier. And I did hold Monroe Spun Evening Dusk 3-ply pure virgin wool made in Scotland. I held double. I held double and single crocheted. Let's see if I can't block some of that again. Now I have not blocked this or tried to stiffen it, or I'm afraid if I wash it it'll get floppier, which is probably what will happen, but I can stiffen it a little bit if I need to. But it's like a golden yellow. It's not really orange. It is taking on that orange color. No, this is orange. This is like a golden yellow, goldenrod yellow. And I'm currently trying to make a sweater with what I have left of this goldenrod yellow in a granny square fashion, like this, to match the hat. Because, you know, that's me. I'm matchy, matchy, matchy. All right. I'm talking fast. I am trying to, I gotta hurry. Also, I have a lot of hand spun yarn. A lot. You don't want to talk to my stomach. Lot. And some of it's really small. When I was learning to spin, I don't know why I made it that thin. Well, it makes nice socks. Mittens. It's really thin, but it just takes forever to do those projects. And I made so much of it practicing. So much of it. I have 2 shelves of nothing but hand spun. Excuse me. So I'm trying to de-stash my older. I'm not trying to de-stash to have nothing, because that's never going to happen. I will panic if there's nothing on my shelves. But I am trying to use up my old stuff that I've had for a while. Rotate it out, I guess. But, here's my little baby. My baby? Can you say hi? Say, yeah, she just likes her mommy cuddles, huh? Just likes her mommy cuddles. And my rug. And we're down. We're gone. That was 5 seconds of love, Mom. Oh, she is bound and determined she is going to get that wheel on my spinning wheel. As long as she don't bite the bands, I'm good. But anyway, what I was doing was going through and grabbing all of my really thin stuff, and I said, well, I'll just make a little rug. I don't know what happened to all our rugs. We had a bunch. I crocheted a bunch of rag rugs, and of course we have dogs, and they don't seem to last very long with the 6 kids that we had, 2 adults and 4 dogs. I didn't realize that we had run out of rugs, that they had all bit the dust, and so it's time to start making some more. Now this one particularly is not, this one's not made to wipe your feet on. It is hand spun wool yarn. Some have llama, alpaca. It could have sari silk, tussa silk. It's just a bunch of wool blends, but nothing's treated. And so washing this every time somebody wipes their feet is going to be too hard. So this probably will just end up in the living room. where the cats can lay on it, or maybe here in my craft room, or I might put it down in my workshop, because that floor is not, it's hollow, it's up, it's hollow underground, and so the floor can get a little bit chilly during winter, so I might enjoy standing on it. But I tried to grab all my browns and my blues and my cream colors, and there's, like I said, no pattern. I just kept going around and around and around until I thought I was done, and I would just lay it out until it looked like it was laying flat. If I noticed a ripple, I would rip back and, decrease. If I noticed it curling up, then I would rip back and add an increase, until everything laid flat. I said, many ugly rugs, I've just learned, what to do. But, and there is pictures of this on Instagram and my Facebook page. And it is 41 inches across. 41 inches across. Now, I haven't even blocked this yet. I'm not even sure I'm going to, because it lays pretty flat on its own. It is pretty good. Eventually, I'm going to wash it anyway, so. But I may just put this in the craft room. I have a few more skeins of small stuff that I could do stuff with. So there may be a rug number 2. But this one took about a week. I just kept going and kept going. With round rugs, you can virtually go on forever as long as it lays flat. So, I had to make myself stop. Oh! It's a little weighty. Okay. But I am going to have to, let you guys go. And there will be a second video on what I'm spinning and my current works in progresses. Because I do have quite a few of those going too. So as soon as those are done, probably in a couple days, I'm trying to catch up here. I had to get one more video out to get me back on track. And this is episode number 8 of Independent Fiber Farmer, and my name is Michelle. If you'd like to see something talked about more, just message me. And until then, I'm glad everybody enjoyed the holidays. We did. And I will talk to you again real soon. Bye, guys.